In physics, you must have studied Newton's first law, also known as the law of inertia. It states that an object at rest will remain at rest, and an object in motion will continue in motion unless acted upon by an external force. If a force is applied, the object will either stop if in motion or start moving if at rest. Keep this principle in mind while watching this video, as all the points I'm going to discuss will connect in the end, and your mind will open up. This might be the last video you need on this topic because, after watching it, you may not feel the need for similar videos. The video is short but packed with value. However, many overly smart individuals might stop watching midway, thinking they already know the points being made. But has knowing been enough? Despite watching countless videos, has anything significant changed in your life? To bring a substantial change, you need to go deeper, understand the root of the problems. Merely scratching the surface won't help. If you just want superficial knowledge, the internet is filled with millions of videos. But for those serious about transforming their lives, the next 15 minutes will offer pure, practical gold. Point 1. The illusion of options. If you feel you haven't achieved much in life, and your dreams and goals remain incomplete, you might find yourself feeling demotivated or procrastinating when it comes to working on them. The core reason for this is that you have given yourself too many options. Like 99% of people, you see achieving your goals as just one option among many, something you can do whenever. There's plenty of time, you tell yourself. Look around at the 99% of people, what are they doing? They center their lives around trivial pursuits, passing time with cheap pleasures, while valuable goals are sidelined and left to decay. The crowd has normalized mediocrity, but it's not normal to live a life filled with dissatisfaction and regret. Despite knowing deep down that something is missing, people don't take action because they've accepted their situation as normal. Negative inertia. Just like Newton's law, you might be in motion, but in a negative direction. Life is moving, but it's filled with dissatisfaction. Acknowledge this bitter reality, but don't lose hope. Instead, use this negativity as fuel to drive change. Point 2. The Trojan horse. You've likely heard the story of the Trojan horse from the movie Troy. The Greeks attacked Troy, but the city's massive walls prevented them from entering. So, they built a giant wooden horse, hid soldiers inside, and left it as a peace offering. The Trojans, thinking the Greeks had surrendered, brought the horse inside. At night, the hidden soldiers emerged, opened the gates, and Troy was defeated. Similarly, we allow attractive but destructive influences into our minds, unaware of the harm they bring. What seems appealing at first may be your downfall. Think about how you feel after indulging in such distractions, defeated, right? This mirrors the scene from The Matrix, where Neo gets distracted by a beautiful woman, only to realize it's a trap. The trap of attractive distractions. What seems enticing is often a trap. The things you find irresistibly attractive might be leading you toward destruction. Recognizing this, you might ask, what's the solution? Let me share 3 strategies to regain control of your life. Solution 1. Warrior mentality. The crowd does what's predictable and easy. Warriors, on the other hand, choose the difficult path. For example, David Goggins, known for his mental toughness, does exactly what his mind resists. Warriors crush their inner resistance and focus on the tough but rewarding tasks. Ignore the trivial pursuits that others around your age are engaged in. Just because everyone is doing it doesn't mean you should too. To be taken seriously, you must stand out from the crowd. When you start doing what others can't, you separate yourself from the mediocrity. I was completely lost in 2021, tempted to revert to an average life. But I knew that's what the crowd wanted, to see me live a mediocre life like them. To rise above the 99%, start doing what they won't. Reject easily available distractions and embrace challenges that are tough for others. Your motivation should stem from a desire to not be part of the crowd. When things get difficult, embrace the challenge, as it's what sets you apart. Adopt a warrior identity, one who doesn't chase cheap thrills but seeks long-term satisfaction. Solution 2. Delayed gratification. Whenever you make a decision, test it against time. Consider instant pleasures like scrolling social media, eating junk food, or procrastinating. These activities might give immediate gratification but soon turn into long-term pain. On the other hand, disciplined activities like studying, exercising, or learning a skill may be painful initially but lead to lasting satisfaction and growth. Understand the difference between instant pleasure and delayed gratification. The former is fleeting and turns into pain, while the latter might be difficult at first but leads to greater fulfillment. Recognize which decisions compound positively over time, and which lead to a downward spiral. Solution 3. Reframe your associations. People take action either to avoid pain or seek pleasure. Change your mental associations with activities. For instance, many see exercise as painful, which discourages them from starting or sticking with it. Instead, associate exercise with feeling energetic and positive results. Similarly, attach negative associations to unproductive habits, acknowledging the harm they cause in the long run. Prepare positive affirmations for the habits you want to cultivate. For example, associate reading, journaling, or exercising with positive outcomes and how they contribute to your growth. By doing this, you'll find it easier to take action and sustain good habits. The final and most important point: mental clarity. Our brain, like a computer, has limited processing power. Overloading it with too much information, through videos, podcasts, and motivational content, can lead to confusion and inaction. Instead of trying to absorb everything, focus on a few key principles and act on them. Most people seeking self-improvement get trapped in consuming endless content, hoping for a magical solution. But there's no secret video that will change your life. You already know what needs to be done. The challenge is taking action on that knowledge. Limit your consumption of motivational content and focus on applying what you already know. Your mind needs space to think deeply and take decisive actions. Choose your sacrifices wisely, because if you don't, life will choose them for you, often with painful consequences. In conclusion, start making tough choices voluntarily and embrace challenges. This proactive approach will lead to personal growth and fulfillment. Remember, the greatest transformations begin from within, not through external forces. Choose to fight your battles, and you'll emerge stronger and more resilient.